Good morning. Thank you for the introduction, Professor Naira Chamberlain. Congratulations on the event. I'd like to thank the organizers for the initiative and the opportunity to speak at this event. I'm very happy to be here with you and very nervous too. Sorry. This is the first time I talk about Black women in mathematics in Brazil in English. I know my limitations with the English language, but I also know I can count on your understanding. I also believe that I'm not alone. My ancestors are here with me, help me. My full name is Manuela Souza. I'm a Black cisgender heterosexual woman without children. I'm 38 years old and I'm from Salvador in Bahia, Brazil. My city is the blackest city outside Africa, and it's a very beautiful city too. It's important to say that Brazil is a racist country with a slavery past. Yes, I'm a mathematician. Yes, I'm an algebraist. Yes, I have been a professor for almost 10 years at the Federal University of Bahia. Yes, all women in this picture are mathematicians like me, and I would like to say their full names. Bruna da Silva Manho, Cláudia Aline Azevedo dos Santos Mesquita, Danúzia Nascimento Figueiredo, Eliane Costa Santos, Eloá Correia, Janice Pereira Lopes, Luciana Aparecida Elias, Manuela da Silva Souza, myself, Mirta Lina Fernandes Venero, in memória, Simone de Almeida Delfim Leal, Simone Maria de Moraes, Tatiana Souza Paim, Valdirene Rosa de Souza, Vanessa Felisberto de Oliveira. My talk title is a provocation and a reflection about the attempt to make invisible Black women in mathematics. It's inspired by the emblematic and very famous speech, Ain't I a Woman? Right by Sojourner Truth, a Black abolitionist and activist, and delivered at 1851 Women's Convention in the United States. My university colleague, Professor Bárbara Karine Soares Pinheiro, also influenced the title of this talk with her article, Black Women and Science in Brazil. Am I Not a Scientist? Published in an electronic magazine. So, a little about me. This is my country. Brazil is the biggest country in South America. It's the 7th most populous country in the world and the 2nd most populous in the Americas. More than half of the Brazilian population self-identifies as Black or Pardo. The term Pardo is used by the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics, IBGE, to refer to mixed Black race people. This is my mother, my mom, Maria Dalva Santos da Silva, a woman who didn't have access to formal education and worked most of her life as a domestic worker, in Portuguese, empregada doméstica. In Brazil, a domestic worker, often referred to as a empregada doméstica, is someone who is employed to perform various household tasks for a family or an individual. This can include clean, cook, child care, laundry, and other domestic chores. Domestic workers play a crucial role in many Brazilian households, providing essential services that allow families to maintain their homes and work outside. It's important to note that domestic work in Brazil has historically been associated with low wages and limited labor rights. In the photo on the left, I was 4 years old, and in the other photo was taken last year in Argentina. As they say, Black people don't cry. I'm a product of the Brazilian public education system. However, it's important to mention that elementary and high school in Brazil face various challenges. These include underfunding, overcrowded classrooms, and limited access to educational resources and technology. During my school years, I studied with many Black women like me. Sorry. This is me when I completed my bachelor's degree in mathematics in 2006 at Federal University of Bahia, where I currently work. I was the first person in my family to attend university. My history is an exception in Brazil, and exceptions all serve to confirm the rule. Women are the majority among undergraduates in Brazil, but the percentage of white women with a completed higher education degree is 2.3 times higher than that of Black or Pardo women. Data from IBGE, ages between 24 to 44. A few statistical data of undergraduate mathematics education. In 2018, Black women were 24.5% of graduates in teaching programs and 10.5% of graduates in bachelor's programs. In graduate mathematics education, Black women comprised 2.46% of the total number of students enrolled in 2017, who won 88% were in academic or professional master's programs. This is me when I completed my doctorate in mathematics 10 years ago at State University of Campinas, Unicamp, in São Paulo State, in Brazil. I completed my doctorate with a sandwich period in Italy at the Università degli Studi di Palermo, in English, University of Palermo. My doctorate thesis was in no-associated algebra, precisely polynomial identities in Lie algebras. This picture was taken in 2010 at a conference in Brasília, Brazil. I'm the only Black woman. All the people in this picture were doctorate advisors of the same advisor I had, but at different times. Here are pictures from international conference in my area, in my field. On the left in Canada and on the right in Italy. I'm the only Black person in both. This picture was taken this year. Some co-authors and I are proving theorems in algebra. My story is not an isolated case. There is data confirming the loneliness of Black women across academia, not just in mathematics. In Brazil, Black women PhDs make up less than 3% of graduate professors. Brazilian group of Black women mathematicians, in Portuguese, Grupo de Matemáticas Negras, is a collective mobilization created in 2018, composed of self-identified Black women working or interested in different areas of mathematics, students, teachers, and/or professors. The group's logo was created by Verena Araújo, a Black fine arts student at University of Bahia, and incorporates elements of mathematics, ethnomathematics, and Black identity. It not only visually represents us, but also encapsulates our aspirations. In the words of the artist Verena Araújo, the logo features a Black woman with an afro hairstyle, a symbolic of resistance, who wears earrings in the shape of mathematical symbols, meaning recognition of academia and mathematics as a space of rights for Black women. Belong to the field of the set theory is also conveys the idea of a group. At the top, we have an example of SONA geometry, which consists of geometric patterns carrying various mathematical content. SONA originates from Angola and, aside from its mathematical aspect, is also used in storytelling. Behind being an ornament, the crown made of Sona references African ancestry in mathematics and in the lives of Black women. The Brazilian group of Black women mathematicians was created on July 31st, 2018, via WhatsApp during the World Meeting for Women in Mathematics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Currently, the WhatsApp group has 76 participants. On the right is a symbolic photo on the group that appeared at the beginning of this presentation for you. On the left are Brazilian and African mathematician women. In 2018, the mini documentary Potência Negra, or Potência N in English, Black Power or Big Power, brought together stories of Black women academics in mathematics and data on underrepresentation. It was produced by the digital magazine Gênero e Número, in English, Gender and Number, and it's available on YouTube. In 2020, the group of Black women mathematicians wrote a manifesto to shed light on the forms of oppression present in the mathematics community. This manifesto was published in Portuguese on the website of the Brazilian Mathematical Society, SBM, the Brazilian Society of Applied Computation Mathematics, SBMAC, and on the website of the Community for Women in Mathematics, CWM, in this case in English. I'd like to read a portion of the manifesto for you. We started our reflection by talking about invisibility, a form of violence imposed on us, Black women in mathematics, and the other STEM areas, guided by values of whiteness that position white men as the only legitimate creators of knowledge. The mathematics community at the large fails to recognize the many ways in which Black women contribute to the advancement of the field. Our contributions materialize not only as research, but also as dedication to teaching, community outreach, and administrative labor. We cannot forget the many Black women who, historically subjugated to servitude, work behind the scenes as nannies, housemaids, and secretaries, caring for children, homes, and offices, so members of the mathematics community can undertake long work hours and dedicate themselves almost, if not exclusively, to the academia, labor demands that are historically based on the possibilities of the white male elite. Sorry. 1 minute. Here is an attempt to map the self-declared Black women mathematicians work as professors in public universities or technical institutes in Brazil. This survey includes more than 50 women representing all regions of Brazil. This artwork was created by Verena Araújo, the same person who designed the group logo. Probably the first Black Brazilian woman to hold a PhD title in mathematics was Elisa Maria Ferreira Veras da Silva, obtained from the University of Montpellier in France in 1977. She was a professor at the University of Bahia from 1969 to 1992. She was also the first woman at the Institutes of Mathematics and Statistics at University of Bahia to hold a PhD degree. Since 1992, she has been a retired professor. In 2019, the first Brazilian meeting of women mathematicians took place. This event had the presence of Black women not only as participants, but also on the organizing committee and as speakers too. Additionally, there was a roundtable on diversity in science, composed exclusively of Black women. During the pandemic, I and other Black researchers in mathematics, both men and women, conceived and organized the National Meeting of Black People in Mathematics, em português, Encontro Nacional de Negros na Matemática, which took place online. It was the first mathematics event aimed at promote the work of Black mathematicians at the national level. In Portuguese, you choose to use the neutral gender form negres, which does not yet exist in formal Portuguese, in the title instead of negras feminine or negros masculine. It was a 3-day event, 2 roundtables, 4 plenaries, 5 long talks, 80 short ones, a space to share experience, discussion space about the talk, more than 200 participants. A photo of the some participants. The event took place around November 20, when Brazil celebrates Black Consciousness Day. In February of this year, SBM created CRER, in Portuguese CRER, the pronunciation is CRER, the Ethnic Racial Relations Committee, CRER-SBM, aims to promote actions in favor of ethnic racial diversity and increase the representation of underrepresented ethnic and racial groups within the academic community, especially in mathematics. The members are Aldo Trajano Louredo, Janice Pereira Lopes, Manuela Souza, myself, Marcela Duarte Ferrari, Nivaldo Grulha, Simone Leal. Some inspiring pictures of young Black mathematics, more precisely in algebra, my area. All of them either my current or former research students in undergraduate, master's, or doctoral programs. I would like to say their names. Joselma Maia dos Santos, Romélia Santos de Araújo Silva, Gildeane Almeida Duarte Vieira, Janara Ramos Nascimento. And Pedro Henrique Martins de Moraes, and Rosiele Trindade Barbosa. I'd like to finish with the Portuguese word esperançar. What is esperançar? It's a neologism in Portuguese created from the noun esperança, which means hope in English. It covers the idea of cultivating hope. It's a way to express the action of having hope believing in a better future, or remain optimism even in the face of challenges or difficulties. Esperança is used to describe the attitude of not giving up, of continue to believe in something positive and promising even when circumstances are unfavorable. The event Black Heroes of Mathematics Conference for me is about esperança. Some reference, the link of the full manifesto in English, the link for the mini documentary Potência N, about KSBM, Brazilian Group of Black Women in Mathematics. And only thank you for your attention and understanding. Thank you so much.